Hey everybody, it's Phi here. Wanted to put out a video on just how to live through Deity, especially the first few turns. So I've got a couple tips that have helped me get through some of my playthroughs, and these are in really no particular order from like importance. So there's no like number one best tip to number 37 worst tip, but still a tip. All right, so first one I'm going to talk about is we've got our settler here. Start of the game, very beginning, on Deity. Now, when you click your settlers, the game just says, like, you can usually want to settle here. But what the game doesn't tell you is that they will put your settler occasionally on tiles with no fresh water for the first one, which is not something I would have thought possible, but it's definitely a thing that they do. So to figure out if you're on water or not for your first settler, and if you have to move, you come over to the lens toggles right here, which I didn't know existed. You click on settler, and it will bring up this menu that you normally get every time you have a settler. So that's tip number one. Tip number two. Production is king. Like, this has come out in a couple of other people's videos. It's just really important. Food only matters in the sense that it gives you more pop to get more production. So if you have to pick between getting a good food tile and getting a good production tile, you're going to want to take the production tile. So I'm going to settle this guy right here. And I'm already seeing, okay, I've got mines over this way and some forests over this way. And we'll have to click through all that stuff later for the next tip, but we'll get to that. So I'm going to want to claim probably this tile here because I want this iron. Gold is not useless right at the start, but not necessarily worth my first population. So I'll put a person down here to get this tile, and then the next one will go here. I will probably build over this tile with a building that will increase my production on mines immediately afterwards to get rid of that farm tile. Tip number two. Being production is king. Tip number three. All right, focus. Be focused in what you are doing. The AI has so many bonuses that you cannot possibly beat them if you spread yourself thin. And I'll go over what the AI bonuses are a little bit later in the video. But if you want to do a science victory, you've got to rush science. If you want to do wonders, you have to rush them, which means you have to build culture early. If you want to do military, well, you're going to do military whether you want to or not, because the AI is coming for you on Deity. All right, so speaking of focus, next thing. You want to be focused in your research tree. So I know that I'm going for production right off the bat, and I'm not doing fishing boats with this particular playthrough. Sometimes you will, and that'll change what you're clicking first. So I'm not going to get sailing. Now, I want pottery because I want a brickyard because I know I'm going to build mines and quarries. So I will take pottery first because I know that is what I need right away to get myself going. And then I will immediately take writing. After you take writing, the build kind of opens up a little bit. You can kind of see where you are in the playthrough. But pottery into writing, critical for the first few turns. Now, if you get unlucky and you have a quarry or a woodcutter build at the start, animal husbandry, and then as soon as you can, get into writing. And you're going to pick your first hit basically based off your initial start condition. Okay. That's sort of it for the initial like starting tips. The rest are going to be a little bit more general and not necessarily tailored to a specific playthrough or a specific start. The AI gets a bunch of bonuses, which is what I'm going to talk about now. They get more army EXP. They get +8 to all of their combat damage. They get there's going to be a lot of 8s. They get 80 to their culture, 80 to their gold, 80 to their happiness, 80 to their science, 80 to their building production, and 160 to their unit production. So whenever you go out to fight the Deity AI, not only are their units going to be stronger, but they will have a never-ending sea of them. Be prepared. If you're at war, don't wait for your units to die to build a new one. Be cranking out more units before so you can have them en route already. You're going to have units die. You're going to do your best to save them, but always have more building whenever you're fighting. The AI also gets water damage protection, and you, unfortunately, get a player tech cost increase of 40% and a player civic cost increase of 40%. So not only does the AI do things faster than you and have more yields than you, but you are slower. That's why I talked about focus earlier. Super important. Okay, so that's sort of it for the AI buffs and your debuffs. Something else to really focus in on is learning the ins and outs of combat. The AI does get all those bonuses. They are stronger than you and all that stuff, but they are still just an AI. You can still outplay them, and that's really how you win. They don't stack bonuses as well as you. Like, I'm playing as Rome. If I play it right, my legions will be Space Marines, because I get so many stacking bonuses from slotting traditions, and I can play into that. So my legions will actually be able to punch up and fight way harder than they normally would be able to. But I'm also talking about things like using commander shenanigans, having a unit come out of your commander, hit the AI once, get hit back in return, live through that, get back inside the commander, and then heal in safety where he can't be picked off. The AI doesn't really use tricks like that. They don't use their commanders as effectively as they could. They just have a lot of units. So you have to play smart, as well as getting as many of your own bonuses going as humanly possible. And then the last tip I really want to talk about is don't get discouraged when the AI is ahead of you. The longer the game goes on, and that's including through all 3 ages, the more you will catch up because you are better than the AI is. They're going to start with huge bonuses, but those bonuses never get better, right? So at the very start of Antiquity, their Strength 20 warriors and your Strength 20 warriors will have an 8 strength disparity from Deity difficulty. And that sucks. That's almost half the unit strength. But at the end of the game in Modern, when your 65 strength tanks are fighting their 65 strength tanks, that's still only a +8 bonus, so it's not nearly as bad. So I typically play defensively at the start, taking early and easily taken cities, basically stuff the AI forward settles me with that are undefended. I take those over to gain momentum, but I never really try to push in to kill them. It will get easier and easier to win the game as the game goes on for you, because you'll catch up and the AI will sort of flounder and not really know how to do anything with its lead. If a player had the advantages that the DD AI did, you would never catch up. They would steamroll you. But the AI doesn't take advantage of their superiority, and that gives you a chance to catch up, which is good. The game is imminently playable on Deity. It's a lot more fun. It's a lot more challenging, in my opinion. It's not the cluster that Civ 6 was, where they just got 3 settlers and 5 warriors and good luck. Like, you have to reload most of the time. Every save is playable. There's no real unrecoverable mistakes. So just when you think about giving up, don't. Keep playing, push forward, see if you can recover from your mistakes. That's how you get better at this game. Alright, hope that this video helped you guys out. I know it was a little bit disorganized. I didn't write a script for it. I just wanted to talk a little bit about it. So, if you like this video, subscribe, come find my Discord, come follow my Twitch. We're finally at affiliate. Yay! So we're getting paid. We're a professional gamer. Thanks, everybody. See you next time.